to an episode of Economic Development News. I'm Mercedes, and tonight the topic that we're going to discuss is Haiti and the Dominican Republic. Both are two countries on the same island, and the reason that we are here today speaking about them is because their economies vary so differently and grow at such different rates. Today I have Nikki here. She's an economist studying Haiti, and also New, an economist studying the Dominican Republic. Like I said, their economies are very different. How Haiti grew to be Haiti today, it was initially was one of the wealthiest countries. It was occupied by the French, and it was very wealthy in the production of sugar, cocoa, and cotton, which were worked by the slaves. And eventually the slaves, due to their large population, overthrew, and by 1804, they pretty much gained their independence, and this is how Haiti came to be. However, with the slaves being the ones occupying the land, they had different views on culture and how they wanted to run the country. And so currently their issue is that they are faced with how they want their political systems to be, and which is causing a lot of issues with their growing economy. The Dominican Republic, this country, it was overthrown by the Haitians and eventually regained by the Spanish for about 30 years, from 1930 to 1961. They did run on a dictatorship. However, since then, they have slowly turned to become a more democratic country. So since their overthrow of the dictator, they have, in the past about 50 years, they have really changed their political system and tried to better their country. So tell me, what kind of government does Haiti currently have?
Haiti currently have a semi-presidential republic government where the president of Haiti is the head of state and the prime minister acts as head of government. Exclusive power is applied through them.
Okay, and please tell me what the Dominican Republic, what their current government is.
The country is a representative democracy or democratic republic with three branches of power: the executive, legislative, and judicial.
Okay, so we see just by how they're run today that the Dominican Republic has more of the three branches of power, like we see in the United States, that has more of the people being able to make the decisions for the country. And so the GDP in these two countries, like I said, they're right next to each other on the same island. What is the GDP of Haiti, the most current GDP of Haiti?
In 2014, their GDP was 8.7 billion.
Okay, and this is as of 2014?
Yeah, 2014.
And as of 2014, what was the GDP in the Dominican Republic?
This was $63.97 billion.
Okay, so a lot higher in the Dominican Republic in comparison to Haiti. Can you tell me some reasons why the economy of Haiti is so much lower in comparison to the Dominican Republic?
Sure. First, the corruption. Government control low welfare spending and education for poor people in the country. They also diminished the United Nations assistance money from the 2010 Haiti earthquake. And the climate is really different. They have a little rain because mountain in east blocking trade winds, and it has a lot of soil erosions and steep slopes. So it has only 42.2 for cultivation. The agriculture cannot develop with disadvantaged lands and rain sources.
Okay, and that's for the climate of Haiti. And what about any other climate issues or any issues that may arise?
There's also deforestation, intense the effect of hurricanes and earthquakes, which has destroyed Haiti.
Okay, and why do they use deforestation in Haiti?
Because cutting of tree is an issue because the use of trees or coal in Haiti's primary energy is their primary energy source.
Okay, perfect. And then, so she mentioned some things like corruption and climate. What about the government? If you can tell me a little bit about how it is in the Dominican Republic and why the Dominican Republic is so much higher in their economy than Haiti.
There are a few reasons, but the latest, the Dominican Republic has more rain than Haiti, and further soil that's good for the windland. There is no deforestation in Dominican Republic because they get most of energy raw imported oil, so they don't need to cut down their forests, and it's how improve the public service such as health and education for the poverty-stricken people.
Okay, so Haiti has a lot of climate issues where they're not their soil is not capable of farming, and then they have a lot of deforestation because they use it as their energy source, whereas in the Dominican Republic, they get it through imported oil, and so there's no deforestation as an issue. Also, you were saying that the government helps with the health and education system, whereas in Haiti, they're kind of against those type of things. And also I noticed that the infrastructure in Haiti, there are about 14 airports, but only 4 of them are paved, and there's about 2,700 miles of road, but yet only 500 is paved, correct?
Yeah.
Differently with the Dominican Republic, they have 8 airports, and they're all operating, all easy to get to, and they're just continuing to grow. And then there's also an advance in healthcare with socialized healthcare for their poor citizens and things like that in Dominican Republic, correct?
Yeah.
So these are some reasons that we learned today why Haiti their economy is so much lower than that of the Dominican Republic, even though both of these countries are on the same island of Hispaniola.